Understand? So I can't come on. Stop. Miguel gonna look at you like.
That's funny, because it's the truth.
He know when I'm wrong. That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, but us grown men. See, this is why we miss it, because you missed the whole thing that Yahshua said. If anyone come not as a little child, if you don't come as a little child, see, grown. You grown. So you already missed it right there. I'm in an administration of the Most High Yah is what I'm doing. It got nothing to do with how old you are, how old I am. I'm in an administration of the Holy Spirit. And you got to be under the administration of the Holy Spirit.
That's right.
So that you don't err. You see, it don't matter that you're a grown man. So that's the difference between here and there is, see, as a woman, things get planted where you just gonna choose to just do it the way you're gonna do it, because something that have pricked you in such a way that this, well, I know he said this, but right?
Yes,
am I lying up?
No, you're not lying.
See, I done been around, I done seen it. You know, that's why I say I just sit back and watch. I used to be in the teachers' lounge at school. I used to listen to the other teachers in there talking about their husband. Oh, he don't know anything. Saying to myself like, oh, he's just a big stupid. If I didn't show him how to write his checks, he would not. But don't y'all know what's going on?
Yeah.
And then men, see what men differ is that it's like they just look at you. I mean, men gonna compare you. And they're gonna determine whether you got the right to tell them what to do or not the Holy Spirit. Whether you have the right or not. Don't y'all get it? See, we missing the whole, see, it's a whole spiritual move going on according to the will of the Most High Yah, and we're going to be overlooked because you didn't get in order. That's all I'm doing. See, I know the best thing I can do with the rest of my life while I got breath in my body is just get in the order of the Most High Yah, make sure I'm following instructions, make sure I'm doing everything that I can while I got breath in my body to show and prove that when I come, because see, the thing, you can't go be holy in a dark room by yourself, and you ain't touching that. Well, y'all ain't touching that. You sure didn't. You buried your talents. Take them right back. Take everything that he had. You see what I'm saying? So you can't do that. You got to come around the people so that you can be tested on whether you love his people, so that you can prove whether you're going to do right by his people. It's like you heard Elder last night. The people that was there. I was getting tested to see if I was going to do right, or if I can just throw my weight around. See, that's the same thing. That's why I say I don't just throw weight around. See, when it comes down to biblical marriage, see, you can attest. Watch this. Pay attention. Men. How many men over here ever dreamed from your upbringing, ever since you had your clock turned on, you started to know what the real difference was between men and women? How many of y'all just, in your mind, you just saying, as soon as you get a chance to get married or date or whatever, that the first woman you meet, that's the one, that's it. Oh, I just want one woman. Raise your hand. That was you? You only want one? No, go ahead, raise your hand. I want to put it up high. Now look around. See what I'm saying? At this majority of men, it's like, no, not that. Majority of men is like, you want to see what's going on, right?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you talking about?
How you want to just you didn't just automatically come with the mindset that I just want one.
That's why I want to try.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. I had to say.
You did? Oh, I thought
I thought you were talking about angry with Aaron.
yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you right. Because what I'm saying, because that means you just like, I only know one person that's like that, and I know his mindset has changed. One of my frat brothers from college, you came in with Aaron. I remember I used to be at the frat house trying to make this boy, just sending folks over there. I know, brother. I already repented, brother.
Sound like one of my brothers.
Yeah, but so in essence, now he's saying like, because see you locked into the point where Aaron is bossy. Aaron telling you what you see. You don't even really. So you stuck in this place where you can't really be a man. See, a long time ago, boy, I wash my hands quick. I only got one way I'm trying to roll. I ain't finna be on the phone all night. I ain't finna be sitting up. I mean, I don't work. I ain't wired like that. I want to sit there all day. I'm not wired like that, bro. You know what I mean? Some people want you to sit all day. Hold your whole car. You can't get out the door and go do work. Work. See what I'm saying? But what do you think that is?
Control.
No, but why is a woman like that? Well, you was made to be like that for that man. See what I mean? And it also shows that you didn't wire us to just desire one woman. See, people scared. They like, oh Lord. But see, but the difference is that I don't go around just like all day long like, man. See, it was a time in college. Brother T in college. I don't even think I thought about college. None of the time while I was there. You understand what I'm saying? But the Most High is good, but it just showed me. I was able to look back at that now. I'm getting to understand, especially talking. When y'all hear that teaching that's gonna go around, it's a lot to be understood about self, about where you at. Because see, what we end up doing, and my whole point for talking about this before we start is that we deprive ourselves of the intended life that Yah has and had for you if you went astray, and has for you if you stay on the path. So that's where I'm at. I'm searching strictly with Him. You can't go question Yah. Go just yell in the room. Just stand in the room and open up Exodus 21:7 and just yell. Why can't a man just go yell at Yah? Right. Right? You can see it, but some people like, well, why you don't want to do that? You want somebody to take it out on. See, that means you ain't in tune with Yah. Ain't nobody take it out on. It's wrote in His word. So stand there and yell. And go off and do everything that you're going to do with that book in your hand. Curse Yah, whatever you're going to do. You're going to find out anyway. They ain't going to do it all. Hallelujah. Let's go ahead and stand. Most of y'all, we changed some dates on the Sabbath, on the Passover. So you all should have got that message, didn't you? Mm-hmm. So y'all got that message. So make sure y'all indicate that, because some people we kind of playing around with a few things. All right, let's lift holy hands. Dear Heavenly Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, Yahshua, we bless you, we thank you. We ask you to just watch over us and keep us, Father. In the name of Jesus, Yahshua. We pray that all be well. We pray that you keep your children in tune with all that you are doing to preserve us, to keep us away from all the wiles of Satan. Father, we just stand in agreement with everything that our Master, Yahshua, have said and given us power to have the authority to move those things, Father, which stand in the way as a hindrance, to remove those things which come to destroy our bodies in the form of infirmities and diseases. Father, you're so great. You're so worthy of all the praise and the esteem, because you have truly made us to know. You have set our feet on the righteous path that we shall enter into the gate. The day that you allow your children to come back to you, Father, to be near you, Father, to tabernacle with you in the reign of the kingdom, Father. We do bless you. We thank you. We just ask you to lead my words today, Father. Let my words be your words, Father. Let my lips be guided by your thoughts and all that you intend for your people to hear, for those who are hearing, Father, and those who are seeing. We bless you. We thank you. Let all of the saints of the Most High Yah say, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Praise Yah. All right, we're going to get right to it. Open up to Ezekiel chapter 39. So, not going to be too long today. How's the feed, Brother Keith?
So far, so good.
All right. So we're going to be talking about Ezekiel chapter 39, which is about Gog's army being destroyed. And so, offhand, let me ask this question. What does that mean to you, Mother Melissa? Does it mean anything?
God's army being destroyed?
Gog.
Oh,
Gogs.
Come up.
So Satan's army?
Okay. What does it mean to you? So good. Good. That's what I want to hear. What does it mean to you, Isaiah? Mean anything to you, brother? Right?
Other things do not have faith, that we are suffering from.
Okay, so here's the deal. This is why I asked that question, D. Because I don't want to ad-lib what it is. So the second question is, who in here considers themselves as an Israelite? Raise your hand. All right, so watch this. How many people you saw raise their hand?
Everyone.
Everybody. So I'm gonna say it again. What does it mean that Gog's army is gonna be destroyed? You don't need to answer. You don't need to answer right now. See, because here's the thing. This is what I mean about coming to Sabbath. See, you're on a quest. Y'all giving you everything you need to know so that you can understand. See, today we're only going to deal with verses 1 through 9. We're going to deal with the whole chapter over the next few Sabbaths in the city, but I'm going to show you something. I took time out just to dig in those verses only. Because it's not just reading a story. What you got to understand is that there is a promise of some things to come for Israel, and you got to understand what it is. Because see, time is getting short. Things is winding up, and you don't even know what's set to take place. Please quit coming to church. Please quit coming to church. So we got to begin to dig in and look at what it is that needs to be done. So, how are you able to change that, please? Okay. All right, so I saw the title of our message is Prophetic Implications of Ezekiel chapter 39. And so our purpose of evaluating the prophecy of Ezekiel 39 is to get understanding, you hear me? On how sharp the word is against the nations. You hear that?
Yes, sir.
So it's a sharp word spoken against the nations, and you're not going to be able to understand unless you really start digging into some of these land markings. Unless you start to dig into some of the ancient understanding of who fulfilled and who dwelled in these landmarks. Because you gotta know that, because there's things that is taking place right now in your eyes that some of these very people have, their culture, their traditions have bled over into the lives of the Israelites who are being restored. You don't even know you're doing it. And you don't even know Yah's going to destroy them because of some of these things that they have done, some of the things, the traditions that they have, taking claim to are evil. Yah despises those things. He despises the very thread of things that they have laid out and performed against the people that's being restored. So we're going. That's why 1 through 9 is going to give us enough today. You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right. The next screen. All right, check it. You say main aspects up there?
No, you'll slide ahead.
Oh, I went. Okay, you already did. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So main aspects of. She made a link. We lied, right? Somebody text Gary and tell we lied. I didn't. Anybody doing it? Sorry. You texting? All right, no text. All right, the main aspects of chapter 39. 1, Gog's army will be destroyed. Number 2, the burial act of Gog. You hear that?
Yep.
And number 3, Yisrael restored to the land. Now these is 3 things. So see, this is how people knew. See, because this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. See, I asked everybody. I said, "What is God's army being destroyed being to you?" And got a few answers. And everybody else is like that. So it's just like this. It's like what years ago somebody would have said that Christ is coming. He's going to be born this way in your lifetime. This is how he's going to come about. And he is going to be the savior of Elohim. Well, then, guess what? It's just like sitting in church with Christ being born. Then it's just like Noah days. It's going to rain. You see what I'm saying? It's the same people sitting down. It's the same people that's getting the message that ain't getting the message. Is this making sense?
Yes, sir.
It's the same people that's getting it, but we're not getting it. You're getting the message. It's coming to you, but you're not receiving it. You're not getting it into the inward parts to understand. So we got to begin to break this down because Yah wants you to know this is a promise that Yah is saying. All right? So let's go to the next screen. Right, so today we will look at landmarks, genealogy, and terminology to help us hone in on this prophecy. You see that? So you can't just take this prophecy and say, okay, oh, here's a prophecy, Brother Fred. Daniel inquired of Yah to understand what this was for time of the latter end. What is it? See, you can't just get something, then it's just like me. I've been inquiring. I done seen a few things. I'm still inquiring about a vision I had about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Standing, saw it, and it was just mind blowing. Wow. But then this week, last week, he brought it back to mind when some things took place. I said, it's beautiful, man. When you just stay with Yah and you just add, don't be nothing. Look, if any man think that he is something, he is nothing. Aside from me, ye are nothing. You see what I mean? So what do you have? What do you really have to do except be faithful? You see what I'm saying?
That's right, man.
But you gotta be in tune. So this like this is wrote for your hearing. The book was wrote for you. So that you know the things that shall come about. So here it is, we're talking about Ezekiel 39. Something that's going to come about. Do you even know if it even happened? How can you tell if it happened? How can you tell that it didn't happen? That's why we're going to dig in. See, Israel, you can't, that's what I'm saying. Quit going to church. When you just sit and all you're doing is coming hearing messages and going home, hearing messages and going home, man, this ain't no benefit to you. You get it?
Yes, sir.
Right, next screen. All right, so here we are. God. What did it say up there, Mother?
Chief Prince.
Chief Prince. That's what God is known as, the Chief Prince. Now, see, let's pause right there for a second before we go off this screen. It says God. You got it up there? Did you have it up there?
I had it up there.
Okay. It says God, the Chief Prince. See, you gotta think. See, this is what I'm saying. This is how slow I be taking my time, Brother Dan. I ain't just reading on Chief Prince and me shaking 2 balls and I'm just reading. No. Why did Yah? See, because this we're gonna. Well, I don't want to go out because I'm excited. We're gonna get there. All right. Forgive me, I was ready to go in. We ain't even read nothing yet. All right. So here it is. Let's go to the next screen. Right. So we got Ezekiel 39, verse 1 through 9. All right. And so we're going to go ahead and read. All right. Yep. So I want y'all to listen up.
And you, son of man, prophesy against God.
Wait a minute. Did y'all hear him?
Yes.
So let's pause right there. Brother Rich, he said, son of man, you do what? Prophesy what?
Against God.
Against God. So look at this. Now, I'm an Israelite. Did you say you was an Israelite?
Yes, sir.
Did you, Brother Mark? I said I was an Israelite, right? So I want to know. Good, D. I know y'all be walking around like this.
No, we're gonna let you go like this, Pastor.
Well, hallelujah. But he said, prophesy again. So I'm an Israelite. I'm coming into this knowledge of who my Father in heaven is. And I'm like, wow, he said, prophesy against God. Who the hell is God? And he said, prophesy against. So, if you're an enemy of Yah, you're an enemy of who? You're an enemy of ours. Right?
Yeah, right.
That makes sense?
Yes.
I'm going to ask the question again. Is he an enemy of ours?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so know that you said that. See, the book don't change. It don't flip-flop. See, because Yah said you was going to be in the land of your what?
Enemies.
Enemies. So we're gonna see something. But we already seen, he said, prophesy against God. All right? Come on, let's read.
And you shall say, Thus saith the Master Yahweh, See, I am against you, O God.
Woo! You hear that? He said, you shall say, See, I am against you. So if you don't know who Yah is, it don't matter. He against you. God, right?
Right.
You hear me, Brother Snow? Come on.
The prince of Rosh, Mashech, and Tubal.
You hear that? He said the prince of Rosh. Of who?
Mashech and Tubal.
Prince of Meshach and Tubal. Y'all hear that?
Yes, sir.
See, I know, because see, when you don't read it, it's just like, it's just like, it's just floating over a lot of people here right now. It's like, wow, Jesus is good. Jesus is good. Come on.
And shall turn you around, and lead you on, and bring you up from the uttermost parts of the north.
Now you hear this? See, he said it's a lot of stuff in there.
That
He said, I'm
north.
going to bring from the uppermost parts. He said utter or upper?
Uttermost.
So yours said uttermost parts of the north. Y'all hear this?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
And bring you against the mountains of
Now
Yisrael.
look, see this? So how in the world can we have Israel being in Israel right now?
Exactly. Exactly.
You see that? When he still got to do this. You see this? See, because you got to understand what it is. Because see, you got people that's there. But I was just listening the other day. He said the land was going to lie desolate. Until the time of your fulfillment. Come on.
And shall strike the bow out of your left hand, and make the arrows fall from your right hand. On the mountains of Yisrael you shall fall, you and all your bands, and the people who are with you.
Now stop. You hear this? So God is going to have a lot of people with him. And he's going to draw you up on the mountain of Israel. And he's going to knock all your weapons out. Because see, people, when I was studying this, some people was, and these were some, Christian theologians and, people, well, surely people don't have bow and arrows anymore. You got all these theories and all this,
Right.
but see, you can't see through what Yah is saying. Because God going to come up with, you got bow and arrows, well, you got rockets and missiles. Right? You got weapons in your hand that you're going to shoot. And y'all going to knock that out your hand.
Hallelujah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
So I ain't lost. Are you lost? We together on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's stay down the path then. Come on. Let's go.
To the birds of prey of every sort, and to the beasts of the field, I shall give you for food. On the face of the field,
Now wait a minute. So is he going to give the birds to God for food to have something to eat because he care about them so much?
No.
No, what is he saying? They're going to eat God.
Yeah, that's funny. The eagle.
He's going to give the wild beasts food. You see this?
buzzes.
So let me ask this question. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
It's a good thing for Israel.
Well, is it a good thing for God?
No.
See, because so that proves Yah is prophesying against them right now.
That's right.
See, because what if I just came to you and I started just talking to you and I said, "Oh, Kevin, Yah says against you because you like, wait a minute, right? I'm not gonna hear that." You know what I mean? So you tell him and look at all the things he's telling. So you gotta see, because what I'm showing you is, as I'm reading, I'm inquiring of Yah. Okay, Yah, now you're sending beasts against them. And you're gonna bring them to the Mount of Israel where they can really be embarrassed.
Big time liars.
Come on, let's finish reading.
On the face of the field you shall fall, for I have spoken, declares the Master Yahweh. And I shall send fire upon Magog, and on those who live undisturbed in the coastlands, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. And I shall make my set apart name known in the midst of my people, Yisrael.
Now hold up. You hear that? See, because he's yet to make his name known in the midst of Israel. That's what he's doing now.
Hallelujah.
You see that? So ain't no way you can be in the land. You know what I mean? Just chilling and signing peace agreements.
Right.
It's a lot of stuff yet to go on. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But not only that, but he said to those who dwell, and in the KJV it says careless.
Yes, sir.
But in here it says that they dwell without wearing. You see that? You get on your yachts and all your little trinkets and Tesla. And
Kick it.
you know what I mean? You know, the latest BMWs and just life is that's just like, oh my good, life is awesome. You just come out in the morning on your chateau and drink your coffee and waves and sparkling. Right?
Yes, sir. They said gowns on.
Did it? Right?
Yes, sir.
See, look, I'm just looking in the book, so I get that image.
Yeah.
When he said you dwell in carelessly, see, I know on the flip side, when he said, I know your power. Right? Right?
Yes, sir.
But you are rich. See, when you say I know your poverty, see, all it just strike me in here.
Right.
Then when you say you dwell in carelessly, see, I already see it. Because I've been to enough graduation parties of clients, you just walk in, and look at the house, it's like, everybody standing around, talking to each other. You know what I mean? Life is good. You know? They come past the court, rolled up, they're big, dirty. You know what I mean? All the Phillips boys jumping out. Oh! Hey, whoa! Don't turn nothing up in there. Oh, we can't afford toilet paper in there, boy. Don't tear it up. Know what I'm saying, Brother Fred, right? It just started to resonate. Right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm pointing it out, because see, that's why I'm taking my time with this prophecy, because Yah he's speaking with a depth when he's prophesying, because this, obviously, whoever this people is, you didn't have to wear it. Now, did you hear what I said?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
He said, whoever these people are, you didn't have to wear it. Now, watch how I bring this around, because see, you got to pay attention. See, I'm following Yah, I'm following him. I'm following the Lamb, wherever so he goes. I'm following.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
You got it. Come on.
And not let my set apart name be profaned anymore. And the nations shall know that I am Yahweh, the set apart one in Yisrael. See, it shall come, and it shall be done, declares the Master Yahweh. This is the day of it, which I have spoken.
Now, he said this is the what?
The day.
That he had what?
Spoken.
So he been spoken of this day. Did
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then he said he already spoken of that day. So that day ain't coming till that day come. Say it again, that day ain't coming until that day come. And that day is going to come. So if I'm an Israelite, then I'm paying attention that there is a day. Now, I'm watching. See, I'm following y'all. There's a day for me to look for. Because I want to see, are you going to do what you said you're going to do? Because I'm giving up my life. So I can follow you. So now I got to pay attention to everything you're doing. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
See, I ain't just reading this book. I'm telling you, I'm following this thing to the T because I got to know. Ring. Did you hear what I said? Not really. Sit up. Was that it? Go ahead.
And those who inhabit the cities of Israel shall go out and set on fire and burn the weapons, both the shields and armor.
Now stop. It said, and those that inhabit the cities shall go out. So that means in this time, y'all setting it up where some people going to inhabit the cities. Well, if you've been paying attention to the book, he said he was going to gather them, he's going to put them in the land, then people was going to, now they was going to be in a place of unwalled cities. That's one of the promises of being returned there. Now I done put them back in the land. And they don't need no walls, because now I'm watching over them. So that's one of the main reasons why you're going to try to come up. God. You're going to try to come up and come against us. But I'm going to knock all your weapons out your hand, and they're going to go out. The people that's placed there now. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
The bows and arrows, the clubs and spears, and they shall make fires with them for 7 years.
Y'all hear that? We're going to have 7 years worth of stuff to destroy and burn up. Y'all going to have so many weapons and all these little gadgets y'all make. Drone bombs and all kind of stuff.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Laser beam. Dang, David. Man, I had a chance to shoot one of them things. David. You know what I mean? Right? So you can talk about this in the kingdom. But did y'all hear it?
Yes, sir.
So, that was 1 through 9, right? Was there a little stuff in there or was there a lot of stuff?
A lot.
So how can you just read past all that stuff? Let's go ahead and dig in. Let's start to dig in. All right, so let's look. We got Gog up there, right? 1463. You see that? It says the prophetic prince of, what's that? Rosh, Meshach, and Tubal, and Magog. Let's go to the next one. Rosh, a chief prince, or the beginning. The beginning. Let's go to the next one. All right, here it is. This is some information I'm providing you with. You got it up there?
Got it.
The prince of Rosh is Asiatic Russia, which it receives confirmation from the Imperial Dictionary. This is where it's at. Evidence exists of an ancient people called Rosh or Rose, supposed to be the origin stem from which the Russia or modern Russians have derived their race and name. Now, here it is.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm not giving you nothing that I'm saying, here's what it is. I'm telling you, because this is what happened. because I didn't just read past that stuff, and I started digging in and searching, because I remember, and I'm going to show you here in a second, I remember I had brought something that started to open my mind up to some of these nations who have changed their name a slight bit. But the ancient information tell who they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you really can't hide. So then when you go back and you start reading stuff like this, it's like, why would that even be in there? Why is he the chief prince of Rosh? Why is the chief prince? What does that mean? Because whatever y'all is mad about, whatever, why he gonna have the birds of prey to eat you up and the beasts of the field to eat whatever you did, whoever, because you the man. Right?
That's right. Yes, sir.
So I'm getting down to the issue that the Most High Yah have with him. Or maybe that may enlighten us on something that we can keep our children feet. Keep their minds alert.
Yes, sir.
Right? Let's go to the next. Did she text you back, Mom?
She said thank you.
She's over there just watching. Hallelujah. All right. The Orientals called the people who dwelt on the banks of the river, what is that? Araxes? Orexes. All right, well we go with the best option. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So they dwelt on the banks of the river Araxes, Rose or Rosh. So there was a river. So that's another landmark. So see, I'm giving you landmarks because see, in your time this week, so me us just reading the whole chapter, then go back and see what you find when you dig into some of these landmarks. I just subscribed to this thing today. I mean, earlier that allowed me to look at old maps. And now we had already started doing some of the tribal stuff with Brother Reynolds. Because this is how he was able to go and start looking at territories that was already established that you try to hide. And then I was talking to somebody that was looking at how you establish all of these buildings in Washington, D.C. on top of tribal grave sites. You see what I'm saying? See, and everything we doing, because I'm watching how ever since I came in the way, you've been trying to throw more dirt on top of the stuff that we digging up. I remember you used to be able to get on the internet and look up 400 years. Now you can't hardly get on there. It's so much. They done flooded it out and changed it. Well, you don't think 400 years is nothing. You don't get the same information you got when we was coming in early 2011. I said, look, I'm watching it. I'm watching the ones y'all prophesying against continually. It's just, they're going about this way. All right, go to the next screen. Now, Russia was known as Muscovy. It was Ivan IV, or Ivan the Terrible, as he was called, who was the first to use the title Tsar of Russia. All right. Now you dig into him a little bit. You ever heard of Moscow?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next. Now, this is a book I had acquired little while back. And I think I talked about it a bit in one of them videos in the OIM series. But Iron Curtain over America, all right, shows a connection to many strange relationships with these people that you start to see that long, I mean, talking about centuries and centuries and centuries ago, folks have been running together and doing things. And it really showed me how much Psalms 80, 83 was true about the nations being confederate against thee. Because there was a lot of things that was already in the works on how these people function. So y'all's vendetta go deeper than you can even imagine. I got on here Russia and the Khazars. Who's the Khazars? Jews, right? It's a whole chapter on Russia and the Khazars in this.
I gotta get that first word.
You see what I'm saying? It's a whole chapter. So what are they doing? See, y'all already prophesied that He's gonna make his name known among his people. And if you are these people, because the Bible says you the king, the chief prince of Russia. And we went and found that Russia is tied to Russia. Yeah, wait a minute. Hold up. We're going somewhere, ain't we?
Yes, sir.
See, because he don't want you to be blind. I think guessing what we got right now and the stuff I gave you enough stuff to start digging in yourself.
Yes,
And not just don't just come to church. Don't come, because I'm going to have some stuff next week, but if you ain't done nothing, I told you, I said this is about landmarks and terminology, right? Didn't it? What was the other one?
Genealogy.
Genealogy. There you go, good Kevin. See you, Kevin, right there in the front row, boy. 4.0.
Right.
That's it. 0.4, 4.0. I'm just joking. They like, everybody offended, though.
No, sir.
Yeah, Pastor was talking about gonna send me another goddamn text message. Huh? All right. So, did you go to the next screen? All right. So, Gentile connect. So, let's open up to Genesis 10:2. And I got it right here on the screen. Right here. And it says, the sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog,
There it is.
and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Teraz. So wait a minute, you mean tell me these are the Gentiles? That y'all said that the time of the Gentiles was going to be fulfilled? Right? So we right back in the same ballpark. So y'all is prophesying against the Gentiles. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
He said Jerusalem was going to be downtrodden by the Gentiles. So somebody's downtrodden Jerusalem. Until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Yes, sir.
You see this?
Yes, sir.
So you can't hide then. That means, so these might be Russians and Germans. Right?
Yes, sir.
Oh! Is this making sense now?
All right.
That's trodden down Jerusalem. See, y'all making a whole, and that's what they do. So y'all making a whole stink. Y'all gonna march up against, you know what I mean? Come and have this war with each other in the valley. You know what I mean? And anybody, you know, it's like we're not gonna be fools. No, not us,
Hallelujah.
because y'all has already given us the insight.
Right.
Yes, sir.
See, today is about understanding. I want us to quit having church. I want us to go and dig in. See, these things should be standing out in your mind when you're like, wait a minute, it's too good for me to just roll past. Because here it is, I just showed you, he named all these people. Then look, it's over here in Genesis chapter 10. You ain't getting away. See, these the same people where don't see y'all showing you people want to change their manner of who they are, but Genesis 10, he told you who they were in the beginning. Ezekiel 39, he's saying this is something that's going to be in that day. That's the day in the end when the judgment is going to come about on these people who are the Gentiles. So you can't hide. You're a Gentile, but it ain't changing like you wanted to change it. Chief Prince of Ross. See, when I show you the Iron Curtain of America, you're going to see that whole deal. And they was calling them Prussia.
Some of that is in the Iceman book.
Mm-hmm. That's something. Now, I ain't gonna go do the work. I'm just telling you there's information out there so you can really start to dig in. It helped the cause. All right? Let's look at this. So we look behind these names. Let's look at this. Magog is the land of God. It is the land of God. Tubal means thou shalt be brought. You're gonna be brought. Not bought, like purchased, brought. Thou shalt be brought. Meshach means drawing out. That's something, your name is that. Then here in 39, he said he's going to gather you and bring you out from the most northern parts. He's going to draw you out to the mountain. And your name mean to be brought out, to draw out?
Yes. Yeah.
So see, that's what I'm saying. When Yah said that some people, the word says that some people are made for wrath and some are made for compassion. Some of these people, this is your sole purpose on this earth is to be an instrument of destruction.
True.
So see, this is why when you start to step back, you start to walk the life of a holy man, you can walk in peace. Because you see why bombs are dropping over there. You can see why crops is getting ate up over there. You can see why pestilence is going. You can see why government is becoming disgruntled. You can see why gay marriage is taking place. You can begin to see everything.
They busting balloons over there.
You got people, I seen an article, they said this one, I guess it was a Nigerian official, they didn't want you to even come in the country because you're not accepting this gay agenda. You barred from the United States. All right, so let's look at Magog. All right, can y'all see that?
Yes, sir.
It says the mountainous region between Cappadocia and Media, and habitation of the descendants of Magog, son of Japheth and grandson of Noah. You see that? So no matter if they change their name, your chief place where you were planted was between Cappadocia and Media. All right, y'all got that? This is Magog. Their main place of inhabitation is where, Mother Pat?
It's between Cappadocia and Media.
And Media. All right, where Brother Fred?
Between Cappadocia and Media.
And this is who?
Magog.
Magog. All right? Y'all got me, right?
Yes, sir.
You ain't got to remember nothing. Don't worry about the next screen.
Okay.
It's going to be somebody else. All right, next screen. Tubal, a region in East Asia Minor. Now you see what happens? See stuff keep popping up. So now where's East Asia Minor? You see what I'm saying? So you got work to do there, don't you? Look at this. Perhaps nearly equal to what? Cappadocia. Now got it? Let's go to the next. Where's Tubal at? Near what? Near Cappadocia. Who said that? All right, Sister Tommy, so you go on Tubal, all right? All right. So now we're on Meshech. The descendants of Meshech often mentioned in connection with Tubal, Magog, and other northern. You hear that? Other what? Northern nations, including, all right, Mesquite, all right? CHI. If you look up, they got a Meshican people. Or Meshian, or something like that. A people on the border of Colchis and Armenia. A people on the borders of Colchis and Armenia. You hear, Bro Terrence?
On the coast of North Armenia.
Colchis and Armenia. Colchis and Armenia. You hear that, Sister Joy?
Yes.
Where they at? On the coast of what? Armenia. All right, y'all got it? You got it?
Yes, sir.
Where Magog at, my friend?
Gog is near between Cappadocia and Manette. Median.
Got you. Where is Tubal at? Mother, listen, you got that? Who's that? Sister Tommy? Somebody. All right, Cappadocia. All right. And
East Asia.
Meshech, Brother Terrence, where you at?
Coast of Colchis and Armenia.
Colchis. And Armenia. Colchis and Armenia. All right, so here we go. Let's go to the next screen. All right, so we got a map up there. Okay? You pulled it down. You all probably won't be able to see it. It's good. Unless you're looking at your phone on YouTube. But right here we have Cappadocia. All right? We got Armenia. Here we got Colchis. All right? And so all of these places is north of the land that Yah promised to give to Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. All right? So he's going to bring these people out of these parts and bring them to the mountain of Israel. And that's where Gog and Magog, where Gog is going to lay down his life. Now, all right? You got Arabia, Mesopotamia, you got Syria, Sicilia. It says Cilicia. Yep. And Lycaonia, Galatia, Phrygia, Bithynia, Lydia. All right. So you got, do any of them sound like Israelite
No.
cities and towns? Cyprus? None of them, right? So we got landmarks. So a famous place that ran near Israel is the river Jordan. Alright? So I want you to find this week, I want you to find on the map where the river Jordan runs northward. Alright? Now I want you to see where that goes. I want you to find where the Dead Sea is, because this is why I want you to find out where the Dead Sea is. Let me tell you why. Give me 1 second. One second. Get back over to 39. Ooh. Jeez. All right. So one of these places that I looked up was associated with being near the Dead Sea. And I was trying to find out where that was. I was looking up one of the valleys. Where are we at? And I think that's in the next part of the reading we're gonna do. Yeah, it is. It's in the okay, yeah, it is. So yep. So it's going to be in the next part of the reading. So, and I'll show you here at the end, because the next thing that we're going to do next time we get to this is going to be the burial site of God. All right. And that valley that they're going to call, that valley is going to be Him and God. All right. So that valley, Him and God, which means multitude of God, are the name given to the valley of graves. All right, the ravine of passengers. So they was just passing by, and that's where they fell. So that place where they're gonna fall, all right, is gonna be located on the east side of the Dead Sea. All right, so if you find out where the Dead Sea is, and so the east side of that, so then we can start locating some of these things that's spoken in this book, opposed to just reading. This makes sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go to the next screen. So if you come down, so what we want to do is we want to track, because the other thing is, remember, Ham is one of the sons of Noah, right?
Correct.
And the place that Yah gave the sons of Ham was hot.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So we know where Mizraim had land at. We know where Cush had land. Suppose we know where Canaan had land. But we found out that Canaan was one that went and took some of the land of Shem. So we did find that out. So, and I'm going to tell you this, based on that, there's, and we don't have to do it, but this is what I'm doing. I'm looking at where the Tigris, you know what I mean, the Gihon, those 4 rivers that run around the garden, I'm trying to find out where those originally run. Because they tie back into this. And looking at the true territory of Israel. Because if you find out that, then we know these the people that's coming from the north. Y'all keep referring to them as north because he know the land that he gave to the sons of Shem forever, which is in the middle of the earth, the navel of the earth. This makes sense? See, I'm sitting, I ain't just reading this, Brother Terrence, I'm digging in, but I'm talking to y'all while I'm digging in, so I'm just bringing y'all in on questions I'm having to y'all about why is this, what's that? Said all you're getting, get what? An understanding. Is this opening up some thought?
Yes, yes.
We're almost done. All right? Did you go to the next one? All right, no, we there, right there. All right, so let's reviewing the specifics of judgment. I want to talk about those really quick before we shut down. All right, so let's go to the next screen. Ezekiel 39:4. Read that, D.
Thou shalt fall upon the mountains of Israel, thou and all thy bands, and the people that is with thee. I will give thee unto the ravenous birds of every sort, and to the beasts of the field to be devoured.
Now think about this. When Yah say he's going to fulfill it, he's going to fulfill that. It's nothing like being eaten by a wild beast or animal. If you ever get on the National Geographic channel, any of those similar type deal, and you see one of them, emus or whatever they are, they running, gazelles, they running, and they just get caught in the pack of hyenas, and I watched one the other day, just getting angry. He alive. He ripped this guy's guts out.
Yes, alive.
And I'm like, and this is what Yah said He's gonna do to these people.
Damn.
Ain't no judgment like his. But let's dialogue here quickly. Let's dialogue. Why do you think that punishment is that harsh, Brother Kevin?
Because they went over what they were supposed to be doing.
Hallelujah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He was a little upset, he said.
Mm-hmm.
He went over.
Yeah, he went way past line. What comes to mind when you hear that Yah is going to do this to a people?
Jesus.
Go ahead, Brother Steve.
Rejoice.
Rejoice.
Even with his rebuke to the nation is a part of a promise. That's how I look at it, like a promise to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Go, Brother Word.
Probably that because we've been torn apart by wild beasts by their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs.
Everything.
It's just repayment. for
Yeah.
what they've done.
Yeah, he said he's going to turn your recompense on your own head. Mm-hmm.
Period.
Hallelujah. Let's go to the next one. All right, Ezekiel 39, verse 6. Let's look at this. Let's go, Josh.
And I will send a fire on Magog, and among them that dwell carelessly in the isles, and they shall know that I am Yahweh.
Now, I always pay attention to these Q words. I call them Q words. Those that dwell carelessly in the isles. See, when you look up isles, it shows you. See, that place we were looking at, he called them the isles. The places around the coast. You got water around it. Up there where was your place at? Cappadocia. You know, somebody else was Brother Terrence up there with Cochise. Yeah. Cochise in Armenia. Cochise was up there around the isle. So you dwell carelessly, right? Everything's fine, ain't it?
The pinky up.
So he said, and I will send fire on Magog and among them that dwell carelessly. You're going to send fire. See, just like this, with Sodom. He told Lot to get out. He was going to cause the city to burn up. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. There is a prophecy against some of these places. There is a prophecy that's saying that Yah is going to bring his righteous rebuke and his righteous indignation by flames of fire. It's in Isaiah 66. So he said he's going to do these things, but it's whether people believe it or not. See what I'm saying? Because we got a lot of things to dig in, because I think once some of y'all start to go really look, we're going to be able to pinpoint. See, we ain't like everybody else where it's just like, well, you just got a Bible in your hand. But I guarantee you, all them people that walk past the window probably own Bibles. And probably 1/32. You know what I mean? Read their Bible.
They just look through the page.
Right, let's go. We're about to end up. Let's go look at verse 7. This is the one I want to point out to us as we get ready to close out. Let's go 39:7.
So will I make my holy name known in the midst of my people, Israel. And I will not let them pollute my holy name anymore. And the heathen shall know that I am Yah, the Holy One in Israel.
Y'all hear that? So y'all whole thing is that now at this point, because you got to think about this, how I think about it, that there is a reference point where Yah is now, it's like Yah is going to rise up at this time. And when Yah rise up, that means he's going to put an end to all things that's out of order, all evil and wickedness. So in that time that he's doing that is the time that from that time on, Israel is no longer going to pollute his name. You see, I'm looking at all of these things because I'm sitting back absorbing the prophetic word of the Most High Yah and what he said way back. Hey, you, son of man, prophesy against God and say. You see what I'm saying? So he said it because it's declared. So now what they did with it from that time until judgment comes, which is years, centuries from when it said. Right?
Yes, sir.
We're coming back on it. And we're digging in because the landmass is the landmass. I don't care what name you put on it. You can put Martin. Then take it off 3 years now put Fred. Then 3 years now they put Kevin. Then 8 years now put Keith. The land of Keith. It's still the land of Martin. It don't matter. And that's what people are doing. So that's why that prophecy is strong against these people. And that's why it's up to Israel, the people that's coming into restoration, to begin to store these things up. Because some of these things is for you to see. To know that Yah is who he say he is. Right? go to the next screen. All right, we didn't answer that. All right. So we can go to the next screen. We didn't answer that. Right. So next time in part 2, we will continue with. Go to the next screen. All right. So we're going to look at the burial of God. All right. And we're going to look at the Valley of Graves, which is him and God. That's why I say I want you to look up the Dead Sea, because Yah said that event is going to happen on the east side of the Dead Sea.
Okay.
All right. So I want us to look these up, because see, then it's going to be a wonderful thing, because then it ain't going to change. From that point on, that valley is going to be known as that forever. Is the place where he laid God down. I mean, where they was buried. See, and so it's good, because remember, these people, when we went back, we did a short research, that was the seed of Japheth, which was known as the Isle of the Gentiles, which in Luke 21, right? Is it 21, 24? All right, it's slipping my mind right now. But he said that they were going to, he said, and Israel, his people, was going to fall by the edge of the sword. 21, 24. Okay. It's in there. But it's going to fall by the edge of the sword. Right? And his people is going to be carried into every nation under the sun. So then it makes sense on the back end when he said then there's going to be a loud blast of the trumpet. He's going to send his angels out to the four winds to gather mine elect. What is he doing? He gathered them from the places he scattered. So this is 70 AD that the temple fell. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So then that means the scattering took place then when they were scattered into every nation. Egypt already happened long before that. You see what I'm saying? So if we down to this point, so then now we got these people that's in these different nations, and that's what they don't realize. See, when I look and I see things happening around the world, shooting people with AIDS, and doing this and doing that, and just all the stuff, people coming out and confessing and say they're doing, Yah is already charging it to the Gentiles. So I ain't just talking, people don't think I'm just saying Gentiles, Gentiles, Gentiles. Here we read Ezekiel 39, and we read about God, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Right?
Proof.
And it's like, here it is. So we go look, well, who was Taraz? One of the sons of... Well, who was Meshech? One of the sons of... Then we go read, here it is. They're all in line. So then we go back to Luke 21. Y'all the ones going to trot down Jerusalem. Until your time is up. And your time is up is when this happens. When that day comes. That day going to come now. He's going to call you over here to the mountain. Right? And he's going to bury you on the east side of the Dead Sea. You see what I'm saying? See, when you got things like that in your mind, then guess what? See, y'all know you care about his heritage. You care about what he say. You can regurgitate these things to your children. You begin to set precedents in their mind. And that's what I'm going to do with them. We sit down, we're going to look, we go to the Dead Sea, let's follow Jordan. This is what y'all said. So now it becomes real. It ain't just you sitting them down and now they sitting here, it's boring, and, right? Because I want it in there so deep. So when they get older and you tell them, and the more they become revealed in their day. Once you hear one of these warriors sit out their mouth, they ain't going to be scared. They ain't touch Christmas. They ain't touch Halloween.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? This is who we are. Know the word of the Most High Yah. All right, let's go to the next screen. All right, so in summary, we must separate from the vanities and the careless sins of the nations, because see, here's the thing that they do with, and I was just thinking about this the other day, how they entrap us in this false way of life, you know, where this standard is set. See, because I was thinking, I don't no longer desire to run hard after all of these things that, you know, they're set as a standard. You know, I'm not saying it's bad to get a master's degree or a doctorate degree or get a degree. I ain't saying that. But how much is they going to do in that day?
Nothing.
See, so what I'm saying, I ain't putting no emphasis on it. That not to do it. I'm just saying you got to have a plan. And the plan is to be with his people. Because, see, this is why you need his people. Because they give you this lifestyle that ain't worth a damn. And so when you're dwelling with his people, then it's always, because we're being restored, so it's always correction coming forward. So your feet can stay walking on the narrow, thin path that y'all got us walking on. See, that is your test in life. To walk on a narrow path. Your test in life to see just how much are you going to delight walking on this path. When do you ever get tired? Because some of y'all get tired. You believe me, you ain't saying it right here, right now. Because I just watch in the dwelling. You know, I was thinking this the other day, D. I said, you know how much I would, if people we would do it. And I said, I'm thinking about just doing it. We just had time where I walk down the stairs and everybody clap and we just hug each other and love. Here comes the shepherd, and then he can walk downstairs, we love him, but then somebody gonna take it the wrong way. But it's also, here go Brother Josh just walked in the door. Man, everybody get up and show him love. But because I look on the opposite end of there, I look at how Sabbath be now. It's like Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, bro. Right. I want a hard touch. I want to stand up, brother. Y'all, you know, y'all, you my brother, dog. You ain't in the world, dog. You're not in the world. I know you. I know what manner of man you are. I leave my phone, my wallet, leave $100 right there in front of John. Come back next month, it's still right there. You understand?
Yes, sir.
A holy nation. That's all y'all. See, that's what the heritage of y'all is about. A holy nation, us dwelling in the midst of one another and setting that precedence of love. When people see, they don't understand why you love this man so much. Why not?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. I was just saying, man, I was praying the other day because I'm watching y'all. Man, y'all hear my prayers. Sister Heidi and Sister Jasmine here, they'll tell you. Gabby's at the point, you ain't been to bed. Because you was in pain for almost 24 hours. You ain't even had no sleep. You ain't had nothing to push no baby out. I'm like, here we go again. I said, Satan wants you to, see, that's why about being emotional. He probably get one of y'all, but I'm like, he put it right there. Because I was ready to say, like, man, why we can't just, it was right there, but I said, no. I said, babe, look at me. You do have the strength. Because Yah is the one giving it. Remember, it ain't by our might or by our power, it's by his spirit. So why we just call the presence of Yah in? Yeah. And Yah, I need, because she don't have no strength. Yah, she don't have none. Yeah. Yah, can you cause this baby to come down right now? Pop. What? He in the water. He showed it. I said, boy, look at y'all. gotta understand, but that, listen, you are special people. You're the one that Yah said, just try it.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
We was reading in Malachi, he said, just try me and see.
That's right.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
That's why we gotta quit being and making this a dead heritage. It ain't dead.
Yeah.
That's why I'm begging y'all please help me. I just want to be around some saints. That we just gonna run for you. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Cause ain't what else is left.
Nothing.
Why do we gotta keep being tied to the world? What is in the world? You got the same book I got. It's telling you. Come out. It's telling you. If you're friends with the world, then you're enmity against Yah.
That's right.
Is it wrote in there?
Yes,
It's in
sir.
there.
See, it don't mean be a a-hole.
Right.
It just means be a light.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
People see us, they always see me and Brother Dante at the gym hugging. Shalom, brother. I'll be watching Pete. He's just one of our clients. He always see us hug. He just get excited. You ain't know why he excited. Hey, man. It just come out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Corey. Wow, I just look at this boy. It's crazy. But the Spirit of Yah got that effect on people. If you would go out and be that. But you gotta have it you gotta have it in your dwelling. You gotta have it. That was one of the things that drew me in when I came to Straightway. I'm like, wow. Bless you. Because I know if you speak life, it said death and life is in the power of the tongue.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And those that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So I'm going to eat the fruit of it. I was just saying, I said it in the room. My wife, you know how she got stuff posted everywhere. So it was one right there over the pool. But there it is, right there. We was in there worshiping, pressing in. I said, y'all, you've been here every last one of these verses.
Hallelujah.
I just feel when y'all come in, it just take over. That's why I said, I don't know. See, people probably think I'm crazy. That's why I said, look, man, y'all stay in wherever y'all in. I'm trusting in y'all for every little thing. Every little thing. So when the big thing comes, ain't nothing to say. Because he was leading up. See, Brother K was leading up to it where I knew it was coming. Because guess what? Remember we went to the hospital, to the emergency room almost 2 weeks before that. You know what I mean? Then you can't hardly breathe, your chest, this, the baby sitting on your nut, so now you can't even, we got to carry you to the bathroom, you can't even go use the restroom. I'm just like, it just, it's waiting on you, Satan waiting on you, waiting on the foothold, so you just break out, I can't. Then here he comes, like a flood, waiting on you. I refuse. I'm like Eliezer. And with my sons, you keep looking at your daddy, keep looking in my face. I keep standing every time these situations come. Because I'm trusting in Yah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Man, I felt good when I came downstairs singing the Morris, sitting at the table reading. I said, boy.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Because I'm just waiting for the day me and all my sons come in. You already know them men of Yah. You hear me? They men of Yah. I was telling Elder last night during the biblical marriage deal talk that we was having. I said, I ain't pumping it that go get 3 wives. I'm just saying that y'all should be in position because y'all men of Yah. You sitting here getting the fruit from the tree. You should be able to hold it down because it's about being able to take these situations that we coming across. See, people they gonna look up and see we gonna be the ones doing it right.
Yeah.
Because the Spirit of Yah gonna lead us to do right. It ain't what we know, it's what the Spirit teach us and show us. So that we can. See, that's what people got it wrong. See, that's what all these ministries and camps and all, they want to come up against one another about what you know. You don't know what I know. Hey, I don't know nothing. But y'all be working.
Hallelujah.
You be moved. Do you understand?
Hallelujah.
And that's all, man. Look, I can go to the grave with that, bro. I know he real. I done seen his hand move. Promise you. And if there's anything I can tell anybody that, boy, if you give y'all your real undivided attention and quit playing games, I promise you gonna show you. It's all in the book. Why else would he make a promise right here and say that then all the heathens shall know? Because he's going to make sure everybody going to find out that he is who he say he is. If you don't believe it right now with these little testimonies that I'm giving it, you hear the pastor down everybody, because I know some of this might be too small. That's why people can't believe it. Then you're going to find out in this day, for sure. This is the last thing I'm going to say, then we're going to really get on out of here. People keep walking past the window, you know what I mean? Right. But I want to say, let us diligently seek coming out, you know what I mean? Because the time to watch is upon you. So you got to really evaluate. So you got to see some of us, we won't get into the word that deep. Why? Because how you are arranged. Your time ain't worked around the time that Yah give you. Yah's worked around the time that you give Yah. Did y'all hear what I said?
Yeah.
See, your time is not worked around the time that Yah give you. But Yah is worked around the time that you give Yah. And see what I mean by that. See, my fight every day is to get to Yah, get to the word, get to a quiet place, sit and just think on the things like this. See, Yah wants you to think on these things because then he can begin to communicate with you as things happen. See, it's signs associated with that he told you about in other chapters, in other books. It's things that he said that's going to happen before things like this happen. So he can talk to us all through the book. That if you stay tuned in and you seeking him about these things, you asking, you concerned. Because I want to know, so your people could know. So what shall we look for? That's how the people of Israel talk. Then what shall we look for when these things come about?
Yes.
Did they ask questions like that?
Yes, they did.
So that's what diligently seeking these things out, coming out. But when you ain't got time, you just living this life. And then you just give y'all a little time in the evening. You give them a little time when something open up. Find yourself on the other side. Listen, I keep promising y'all. Just watch. Just watch. Listen, I don't say stuff for nothing. Things you're going to see. Because I already dropped something on Deacon that it didn't already escalate. When I say last week was one of the best weeks I've had in life. Ooh, my Jesus. I just watched the hand of y'all just, everything I touched was like, let me see y'all. For real? Wow. Everything, bro. Everything. Everything. I had a conversation with Pastor Dow, but well, yeah, she gonna have that baby before. She better come to pass off. You know, after I talked to him, then now she up there. I said, boy, look at this. Go on. You know what I mean? Other stuff moving. And y'all, it's glorious. And that's where you gotta be. See, you I told you, people gonna watch it right before their eyes. You see it happening, but you don't know it's happening. But it's happening, and you don't believe it's happening still, even though you see it happening.
Right.
Boy, that's dead, ain't it?
Right.
Let us stand, Israel. Woo, hallelujah. Give y'all a hand first. There it is. Come on, somebody. Hallelujah. Now we just bless you. You are the mighty one of Israel. You are the one to be praised. Father, your word is true. Just let you just bless all of your children to be able to receive understanding in a time of studying, Father. Hopefully, Father, that your word have gone forth and caused them to become curious, that they be intrigued by the things, the intricate details that you give in your word when we seek you out diligently, Father. So let it be that somebody else be filled with another level of the Holy Presence, the Holy Spirit. Hallelujah. Let it be that somebody receive an opportunity to hear your voice, to be called in deeper, Father, when they seek you and give you more time, Father. Let them sit down with your word and ask them to show you those great and mighty things that they know not, like you said in Jeremiah 33:3, Father. You said, come and ask you the things that we don't know, and you will show us the things that we know not. So let it be some of these, Father, in this message, that they will go seek you. They will chase after you. They will burn with a desire to know you, Father, by knowing your word in the name of Jesus, Father. Let healing be upon us, Father. Let us put off the old man, Father. Let us die to all those things which are evil, wicked, and profane before your eyesight, Father. We just bless you. Bless all those, Father, who have come to you, Father, and receive everlasting life, to inherit the kingdom, Father. Let nothing hinder them, Father. Let them just begin to receive every way of righteousness, Father. That when we come before you, Father, we be found right in your sight. We bless you. We bless all those who have come, even those who have sat before this message. Let them also be blessed. Watch over our shepherd, Pastor Down. Watch over all the leaders and all the communities, all the saints, wherever they be. Right now, Father, let blessings be multiplied to them, Father, protection, and the guardian angels, the holy angels that sit and watch over us day and night, Father, because you have saw fit for these things to be. Let them do these things because they love you. Let us do what we do because we love you. Father, let us give our all our might, all our heart, and all our soul. Father, hear us. Hear this petition before your throne, right now and forever. In the mighty name of Jesus, Yeshua, let us all say hallelujah. All right. Got to clear it out.
We need to move
9 minutes. Got to move the chairs. Everything got to be back. Bless y'all, Israel.